Did you anticipate anything besides surprises since it was Cup night? On moments like these, nothing at Anfield ever goes as planned, so once more, it was true. Alexander Isak was taken by surprise when he was told to run more during halftime in what he perceived to be the changing room's sanctuary. Will Still was taken by surprise as his Southampton team overcame their inconsistent play. The biggest surprise, however, was saved for Arne Slot, who watched in awe as Hugo Ekitike rescued the day 1 minute and then gave his manager an unwarranted headache the next, due to two actions that even his teammates thought were absurd. It's normal to receive criticism after stealing a late victory, but Slot was shocked when Ekitike marred all of his early excellent performance with two completely preventable bookings and was suspended for Saturday's trip to Crystal Palace. Is it unnecessary? Yes, Slot moaned. It was also foolish. Yes, it was. Since you have to control your emotions, the first one, for disagreement, was already unnecessary and perhaps foolish. I am aware of how difficult it is to be a number 9 in the Premier League. The defender can do anything he wants, and you receive a free kick against you if you push him a little or pull him. Controlling your emotions is always preferable. Do things in a way that avoids receiving a yellow card if you are unable to. You can display emotions, but if it results in a yellow or red card, that is stupid, I stated after receiving my red card against Everton. In the first yellow, it is what took place. It's obviously not smart, you name it that, and I immediately agreed. It would take some effort to deflect attention from Isak, who scored his first goal for Liverpool, but Ekitike succeeded. Nevertheless, the £125 million player will be relieved to be back in action after starting out like a hurried batsman trying to get a quick single. Federico Chiesa's quick thinking, an instinctive run into space, and Isak's sweeping shot into the Anfield Road end net added to Southampton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy's mistake, which allowed them to give up possession so cheaply. The townspeople were enjoying this moment, which they had been waiting for. But the individual himself? You could tell he wasn't expecting to see Aaron Briggs, a member of Arne Slot's coaching staff, telling him to go back out and do some shuttle runs. Maybe he imagined being slapped on the back as he left at the break. Later, Isak grinned and remarked, "That's a new one on me. It was funny. I must get in shape." That was the kind of evening. Slot appeared frustrated once again after Liverpool let up Shea Charles an equalizer late in the second half that was well earned and had little to do with luck. The Premier League champions have a defensive weakness, and it was evident once again. After being relieved of the burden that comes with trying to gain 3 points every week, Southampton, who are struggling to find their rhythm in the league under their new head coach, took advantage of a free shot and nearly destroyed Liverpool. It's unclear exactly how the match would have played out if Southampton had grabbed the fantastic opportunity that presented itself in the 42nd minute, but it wouldn't have been out of character if they had led Liverpool into the half. However, everything changed in the 41st minute when Georginio Mamardashvili, the Georgia international making his Liverpool debut, was struck on the ground after Adam Armstrong struck the bar during a brief break and Leo Cienza somehow managed to head wide of a gaping goal. McCarthy tried to play out in his 6-yard area during the following attack, but Liverpool went up the field because football is cruel. Sometimes players and coaches are too smart for their own good, and Liverpool hammered their opponents on the nose to a heart-stopping effect. Charles took advantage of some shoddy defense at a corner in the 75th minute to give Southampton a credit, but the ideal outcome was out of reach. As he turned in Chiesa's selflessness, Ekitike realized that his manager would be upset by his festivities. I told him that I might understand if you outplay 3 players and hit it in the top corner to score in the 87th minute of the Champions League final. This goal is all about me. What did I do? He asks. But I am 47 years old and traditional. I would have said to Federico Chiesa, if I scored a goal like this goal is all about you. This is not about me. I never played at this level, but I did score a few goals. There was no louder way to convey the message. We won't put up with repeats.